I am. Oop. Remind me to change the battery. Thank you, Miss Joanne. Good morning, Long Branch. A few of y'all are still sneaking in here. We won't mention any names. Fleet will do that later. So it is so good to see you this morning. Always is. Seems like y'all are keep moving backwards a little bit. I fixed them with that on Wednesday night. I got a pulpit on wheels, so I bring it to them. So, but no, it is always good to see you, and thank goodness for a little bit cooler temperatures. Amen. I tell you what, I am ready for it. So, anyway, a little bit going on this week. I don't know if you noticed, if you didn't come in this door, the backpacks are being filled. Thank you very much. Anything that we can do to help out with Long Branch Elementary, it is a blessing for them, and you will be blessed through it. So we're going to continue that. What's the final day? August 20th. So you can keep on bringing school supplies, and every little bit is welcome. Also, the ladies are going to be doing a Bible study on Amos. And when do y'all decide on a time? At what time? Okay. August 24th, 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoons, correct? So I did notice they had a few of you ladies who aren't heathens decide to sign up. And so it is always good. I was trying to remember. Isn't Amos the one that calls the ladies a bunch of cows? Yeah. so it ought to be interesting to find out why. So anyway, I encourage you to do that. Anytime that we can get into God's Word as a group, we can learn from each other. It is a blessing. God's Word is a blessing, and our participation together is a blessing also. So what else we got going? Help plan the pack for Backpack Buddies on September 3rd at 6. What day is that? Is that a Wednesday? So Wednesday, September 3rd at 6 p.m. Some of you guys can come and help. Aren't they invited? So if you can come help pack those backpacks, it will be greatly appreciated. And they are slave drivers, guys, so you won't have to worry about what to do. They will tell you. So, anything else that I have forgotten? Well, we do have a few names that we need to add to our prayer list. Um, uh, I think I'm reading Peggy. Needs to be added. Lib Nye. What's going on, Miss Lib? No. Okay. I do miss her being here. So, and also sympathy to the family of Larry Ridge. Larry passed this week, so keep that family in your prayers. Is there anything else this morning? Anything else this morning? Anything you're thankful for? I'm thankful for Miss Joanne keeping me straight and her playing. She adds a lot to our worship service, doesn't she? So we're thankful for that. So let's go to the Lord in prayer. Father in heaven, we are just so thankful, so grateful that we live in a country where we can come and worship you openly and worship you in this beautiful church. And Father, I just ask your special blessing upon this church family. As they go through a time of transition, I just pray that your spirit would just rest upon each and every person here. That you will lead them in the way that you would have them go. Father, they such a lovely group of people. I love them, and I know you do too, Father. I just continue to ask for your blessing upon them. And Father, so many that we have on our prayer list, we add each and every day. And Father, you know their needs. And Father, we just pray for each one, for Miss Lib, for Miss Peggy, for the family of Larry Ridge. And Father, you know all of these names. You know their needs. And we just pray that you be with them and their families. And Father, as we continue in our study of 1 John, this letter, we just ask that you speak to us this morning, each as needed. Amen. Thank you, Miss Joanne. They might prefer that. We thank you so much. I think she had her coffee this morning. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's no good either. So let's change course. So we're still in John's letter this morning. I think I got a little ambitious as I was doing this passage. So we're actually going to revisit this same passage next week. So aren't y'all lucky? So, but anyway, we're in John's first letter, 1 John. We're in chapter 4, and we're going to be starting in verse 7. Did I already do that? Verse 7, Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. In this, the love of God was made manifest among us, that God sent his only Son into the world so that we might live through him. In this is love, not that we have loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be the propitiation. There's that church word again. Means atoning sacrifice, to be the propitiation for our sins. Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. By this we know that we abide in him and he in us, because he has given us his Spirit. And we have seen and testify that the Father has sent his Son to be the Savior of the world. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, God abides in him and he in God. So we have come to know and to believe that the love that God has for us. God is love, and whoever abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. By this is love perfected with us, so that we may have confidence for the day of judgment, because as he is, so also are we in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear, for fear has to do with punishment, and whoever fears has not been perfected in love. We love because he first loved us. If anyone says, I love God, and hates his brother, he is a liar. For he who does not love his brother whom he For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen cannot love God, for he has not seen. And this commandment we have from him: whoever loves God must also love his brother. Everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ has been born of God, and everyone who loves the Father loves whoever has been born of him. By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and obey his commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not burdensome. For everyone who has been born of God overcomes the world, and this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith. May God bless the reading of his word this morning. So here we go again. If you hadn't figured out, John likes to teach us and talk to us about love. And I told you last week we come back to this, but there are very few things, if anything, that's greater than love. John returns to this theme of love again, and it's very similar to the discussion he had back at the end of chapter 3. So we have to ask ourselves, or maybe if you are a teacher or when you teach somebody, what do you have them do? Repeat things. Repeat after me. And when you do things in repetition, we tend to learn. We tend to learn it. And if John took the time to repeat this, it's because he really wants us to know this and to understand this. So before we dive in, let's go ahead and go to the Lord in prayer. Father in heaven, again, as always, we're so thankful for John and his pastor's heart. Father, we can tell just by his words how much he loves those whom he is responsible for. Father, he wants them to know Jesus Christ and him crucified. He wants them to know how Jesus lived and how he loved and how he taught them to love. And Father, we just pray that as we go through this letter, that it would touch our hearts. Allow us to love as Christ loved. For that would be a life-changing, community-changing, and church-changing thing to see. And this we pray in Christ's name. Amen. So in this passage today, we're going to learn about true love. But it's not the kind of love that we may read about in literature, from Shakespeare. It's not the kind we see in the movies. I don't know if any of you guys are Princess Bride fans, but when Wesley and Buttercup looking for true love. So I guess you haven't. Not all of you have seen it. One of my favorites. But it's not that kind of love. It's not the kind that we experience in our high school romances or sing about maybe in country songs. But we're talking this morning about real godly love. So in our passage today, we're going to see 4 aspects of godly love. And so we're going to start here in verse 7 again. These verses are the very heart and foundation of everything that we will hear this morning. Verse 7, Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. In this, the love of God was made manifest among us, that God sent his only Son into the world so that we might live through him. In this is love. Not that we have loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be the propitiation, the atoning sacrifice for our sins. Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. In just these 5 verses, we are going to see 2 powerful statements that he made. And then we're going to see 2 explanations about them. First statement we have is from verse 7. Let us love one another, for love is from God. John gives us a direct command and a wonderful reason to obey that command. We should love because love is from God. And if something is from God, if something is given to us, and if something is commanded for us, we should want it. We should do it, and we should live it. And it should be part of our everyday lives. Plain and simple, love is godly and is from God. So we should want it for ourselves. We should love. And then second, in verse 8, anyone who does not love does not know God. John here makes it clear that it's not just that loving others is a good idea. John says that if we do not love, then we do not know God. And this is not one of those situations where this is just something we should do because it's good for us. And if your mama ever say, eat your vegetables? It's not, you're not necessarily a bad person, right, if you don't eat your vegetables, especially some of those. But this is not like someone who is wise when it comes to saving money. You are not necessarily a bad person if you're not a lifesaver. And this is much more serious. John is basically saying, if you do not love, you are not a Christian. You do not know God. Love is so intricately connected to God that if we do not love as God loves, then we are rejecting God. And John wants to make sure that we understand the serious nature of this truth. Then look at verse 9. God's love was made manifest, or in other words, it was revealed among us in this way. John points out that God showed us this ultimate love in something that happened. He says, in this way. And it happened, he says in verse 9, this way. God sent his only Son into the world so that we might live through him. God sent Jesus into the world to change the world. And through that act, he changed our lives. God loved so we would have life. Y'all remember, I know y'all remember this, John 3:16, right? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. And then in John 10:10, this is Jesus speaking, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came so that they might have life and have it, you remember? Abundantly. That's right, abundantly. God demonstrated life-giving love through the sacrifice of Jesus. And that life-giving love is shown to us and made available to us so we can now show life-giving love to others. So, it's hard to kind of put this into perspective, but how many of you who are parents, how many of you would give your life for your child? Every single one of you. Every single one of you. But what did God do? What did God do? He gave his only begotten Son because he loved you. He loved you that much. He gave his Son. And as parents, you're probably the only ones that can really understand what that means. So, because of that, how do we honor God through this? And John says that we may now live through Jesus by loving others. So, how are we living? How are you loving? Look at verse 10. In this is love. Now, John says that this is true love. Not that we have loved God, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be the propitiation, the atoning sacrifice for our sins. God showed us, God showed you and me the ultimate love. And if we are his people, if we love him, how could you and I not do the same? John concludes this section with a beautiful summary in verse 11. Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. So let us, you and I, love others because we are so greatly loved by our God. Let us be people of the true godly love because we belong to a God who is love. Amen. So next we see true godly love. This is hard to pick up, but true godly love is channeled through us. God's true love is demonstrated to us, and then it is distributed through us. Look at verse 12. No one has ever seen God. If we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. By this we know that we abide in him and he in us because he has given us his Spirit. And if we have seen and testify that the Father has sent his Son to be the Savior of the world. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, God abides in him and he in God. So we have come to know and to believe the love that God has for us. God is love. And whoever abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. And by this is love perfected with us, so that we may have confidence for the day of judgment, because as he is, so also are we in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment, and whoever fears has not been perfected in love. We love because he first loved us. So if you pick up, God's love is channeled through us and it's shown to others. That is, in and of itself, is an absolute miracle. God in us and God through us. And listen to all that John says in these verses concerning this. He's repetitive. He tells us in different ways. He said God remains, or your translation may say God abides in us. His love is made complete in us, or his love is made manifest in us. We remain, we abide in him, and he in us. We testify. Our love for others is a testimony. God abides in him, and he in God, and we love because he first loved us. John is making sure that we understand that when we have experienced God's powerful love, his love will then be in us. And getting back to what John said in verse 12, he says, no one has ever seen God. So why would John say that? Well, he says later in verse 12, if we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us. You see, we cannot literally see God. We can't do it. But we surely can see God in the lives of each other. God is in us, and God can be seen in us when we do this, when we love as he loves. And if God lives, and he does, and if God loves, he does that too, may he live in you powerfully, and may you love others powerfully. And when you do, may others see God in you. Every time I see that, what's the hymn, let others see Jesus in you? I won't sing for you. But John also mentions again that what he said in chapter 3 regarding confirmation and assurance that we are truly in God. John says that not only that we can know that we are God's because we love with the love of God, but we also know that we are God's because he has given us his Holy Spirit to remind us and assure us that we are his. And so again, as we learned earlier in 1 John, when we obey God's ways, when we obey his commands, it confirms that we belong to God. And God gives us the assurance of his Holy Spirit to remind us that we belong to him. And John then reminds us in verse 14 that the apostles saw Jesus and they saw his work on the cross. And they testify, they proclaim the message of the gospel of Jesus Christ to others. John says, and we have seen and testified that the Father has sent his Son to be the Savior of the world. This story that we talk about every Sunday, this story that we talk about every time we come together, this story of Jesus is real and it should affect our lives. And John wants to make sure that we know that. The story of Jesus, the story of the gospel matters. And what is that gospel message? Just in case you didn't know it, he tells us again in 15 and 16. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, God abides in him and he in God. So we have come to know and to believe that the love that God has for us. He says this is the message the apostles received. This is the message that the apostles delivered to us. This is a message that changes us. And this is the message through which God shows his love to the world. And he does it through us. And he continues in 17, by this love is perfected with us, so that we may have confidence for the day of judgment. Well, what is in this that he's talking about? It is the message of Jesus Christ. It is the gospel message. It is in that message that love is made complete. When on the cross, Christ died for us. It is there that God's love was made complete. It was made manifest. So love is made so complete that we need not fear judgment of our sins because we have experienced forgiveness for our sins because of the work of Jesus on the cross. You know, a lot of times we don't like talking about this, but one day there will be a day of judgment. Amen. There will be a day of judgment for every person who has ever lived. We will all be judged for our sins. And John is saying that those in Jesus need not fear. And why does he say that? He writes it down. Whoever confesses that Jesus is the Son of God, God abides in him and he in God. And then he continues in 18, there is no fear in love. Instead, perfect love drives out fear because fear involves punishment. So the one who fears is not complete in love. We do not need to fear at all, because the love of God drives out fear. The freedom found in God's love is more powerful than the fear of judgment. Jesus paid the price so we never need to fear. We only have need to do what? To love. That's all we have need to do. And then John offers a summary. He repeats himself as he's wont to. Verse 19, we love because he first loved us. John wants to make sure that we understand this, so he says it again. And if John were here, he might say, repeat after me. We love because he first loved us. May we also, Long Branch, may we also love because he first loved us. Let us be people of love. Let us be people of true love, godly love, and it will be seen through us. So, I wasn't sure if I'd do this one. Some of y'all are old enough. Y'all remember the song from the 60s? What the world needs now? Love, sweet love. See, some of y'all remember. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is what? Love, sweet love. Not just for some, but for who? For everyone. The world does need more love. All you have to do is turn your TVs on and see the mess that we're in. The world needs more love. However, it does not need love as the world defines it. It needs the love of God. So what does that mean? So as the people of God, we love because he first loved us. By God, if you believe in Christ and you have been born of God, you will follow God's commands and you will truly love as God loves. Are you a true Christian? Do you love others with godly love? Sometimes that can be a hard thing to do. Take a look at verse 7 and 8 again. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God. Whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. These are two very practical verses that are full of truth and are helpful for us to live our daily lives as followers of Christ. I want you these verses. I want you to chew on these verses this week and see if you measure up. See if you are truly born of God and know God. And then what do? We show that godly love to the world. Take an opportunity to demonstrate godly love this week. And it can be just something simple. I'm sure, especially today, today's business climate, you've probably been to a restaurant and may not have had the best waitress, or maybe she's just having a really bad day. It's not very hard just to mention a kind word to her, even if she's not appreciative. Just let her know that she is loved. One other thing you might do, you might check in on a shut-in, or simply call someone who may need to hear from us. I know some of y'all are good at that. Or maybe pray for someone you're having a difficult time with. Just a simple thing that you can do. Or simply just offer a kind word to someone you run across this week. Simple things like this, simple acts of love, can make all the difference in someone else's life. So demonstrate the love of God this week. So back to the scripture. 1 John 5:1. Whoever believes that Jesus is the Christ has been born of God. Well, have you been born of God? Do you know him? If you do not, this is as good a day as any, just to say, Lord, I love you, and I believe that you sent your Son to die in my place. And if you do know him, do you walk in his ways? Do you love as God loves? Very simple question, and something we can all look at this week in our own lives. Let's pray with me. Father, love is one of those subjects that we see everywhere. It is something that we all yearn for. True love, true godly love. And Father, nowhere is it made more manifest, is it revealed, than when you sent your Son to die on the cross for our sins. And Father, we are so thankful for that. And Father, we pray in the coming week that as we reflect on this and as we work to love as you love, that others may see it in us. And they just want to say, I want some of that. Why is that person different? Father, let your love envelop us. Let it fill us so much that it can do nothing but overflow into our community, into our families, and to those around us. And may we be the conduit. May we be the reason that others come to know Jesus as Lord. Because we know that everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ, we know that they are destined for eternal life, and that is our prayer for each other, for our families, for our community, and for the world.